Hello, everyone. This is Crystal, and welcome to Intuitive Love Vibes, the podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this message, this content, because I am just a messenger, please hit like for me so we can raise the vibration and the awareness of what is going on spiritually for the highest and greatest benefit and purpose on your divine walk. That's what I'm here for. I ain't perfect, but, I'm loving the journey, and I just want to share it with those who are awakening to their calling, to their soul, while still maintaining their ways here on earth as humans, because we're human, right? Still got stuff to do. When you wake up, when you have your rebirth, it's going to happen more than once. If you find yourself like me, I don't know, this is my rebirth, a rebirth that I had back in 2020, December 2020, going into 21. That was a whole new life cycle for me. When you pray that prayer, when you ask God to release any strongholds, take away anybody that is not good for you, I'm keeping it very light and innocent, because when I go to God, I go like a child. It's not whining. It's not like that. It's like, God, you're my mother, you're my father. Spiritually, I need you to remove these things that I do, person, places, and things that are not serving you. God's going to do that. It's going to happen. And when it starts happening, you have to allow it, because you're going to find yourself in that social circle feeling a little outcasted. And it's not that anybody is doing anything bad to you or that these people are awful or toxic. It's just that they're not serving the purpose that you were created for. You have to make a judgment call then on your life about what you truly ask for, because God is going to give you every single desire of your heart. But if you want to keep that social circle, and you're going to be like, but God, I chose these people. They're good. I thought they were good. God is like, I did not choose those people for you. I created them. Yeah, they're beautiful. They can even be kind, but they are not a part of where I am taking you. You have to make a judgment call. You can choose to stay within your social circle, still be a good person, but the desires, the deep, deep desires will not come into full fruition because you're not operating in how God created you for your mission. So you got to choose. And you can keep praying to God and praying to God with that social circle, but you're not. It's going to be challenging for you to get what God wants, because you're not operating out of God's will. You didn't surrender to the desires of your heart, which God created you. And on this journey, it's a lot of healing, because he started off with that social circle of people, places, and things for your healing, because he set you apart. He's not saying put your life on hold, but it's going to feel like your life is on hold, because the life you created, that ain't the one that's going to cross you over into the goal. And so God wants you golden. And in order for you to do that, you're going to have to make a judgment call and surrender and just see where this thing goes. Because what I'm learning is things come around tenfold. They do. And if those social circle people are still there while you're journeying through, then everything happens for a divine purpose and reason. Those people will be inspired by your awakening and your decisions to walk in the light of your divine purpose. And they understand that, hey, we get it. And you'll be the catalyst for their awakening, their rebirth. And the green grass grows all around and around. Now, when you ask God to show you and make you aware of your enemies, or those or people, places, or things that are not good or just toxic, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be shocked. It's going to disappoint you. It might make you cry. But it's for you to be aware and realize the choices that you make and what it says about you and what area in your life that needs that healing, that medicine, that cleansing, so that you won't be disappointed by those individuals in the future, or making those kind of choices of misjudgment. And it's not even a misjudgment of the negative aspect of it. I've misjudged people because I chose the positive aspect of it, because I like to see the good in everything. And because I can find light in you, because I find light in myself, I see myself in you, the potential of who you could be. But I'm learning that everybody isn't choosing to see me. And so when you ask God to remove people and show you who your enemies are, don't be shocked. Or you might be shocked, but don't make haste to try and retaliate. Don't do none of that. Earth angels do not retaliate against their enemies. We take it to the mother and the father. Our governing angels and ancestors and our spiritual guides, they guide us to calmer waters, peaceful tranquility. And it often is, the best thing, the most valuable thing right now is your peace of mind. And in order to get that, there's going to be some time to go within and really, really spend time with who you are and why. Never, ever forget your why. So you make the choice in the judgment call in your life. Because those enemies, let me tell you what they're going to do. This is what Spirit told me as I was looking in the mirror this morning. Those enemies are manifesting their own wish. When they come against you, when they speak negative against you, all they're doing is removing you further away from them and is leaving them in whatever thought process they choose to be in. But for you, it doesn't affect you. So if your enemies are wishing against you or are trying to just throw projections of negative distortions and disruptions at you, because of you choosing your desires with the divine, it will not prosper. It's only going to remove you further away from those who hate you. And when you wake up and nobody is around you, it's because they don't want you around them. But they don't get to control your life at that point. Just because they don't want you in their social circle or don't want you around or don't like the things that you do and how you heal, it doesn't give them the authority to narrate your life. They can't conjure up energies around your life like, oh, it worked. Yeah, you didn't want that person around you. They're gone. They're out. God is not going to allow them to continue to narrate your life by causing chaos and havoc because they removed you out of their life. See, when they spoke against you, that let the universe know, keep you away from those people. And now that has happened, they can't say, okay, now let's just ruin everything else in that person's life. They can't do that. You got your wish. The person is out. Because you are an earth angel and you are healing with your healer and the creative beings and the light beings that you work with here on this earth, other earth angels, water angels, fire angels, air angels, you move forward in your divine purpose. They don't get to sit here and create your life after going to the petitioning to their people that they don't want you to have a good life. It's like, okay, she won't have a good life with you all. He won't have a good life with you all. They're going to have a good life. It's not the fact that you're calling their names out and saying, I don't want this person around me. I don't want this person. I wish bad for this person. You're not doing that because you're not even aware of who is who. So you ask God to remove you from your enemies and to take you away from whatever's causing harm or however you pray for your protection. And meanwhile, your enemies who are trying to cast projections that will not work against your light body, it's just removing you further away from them, leaving them where they are. And you ascend and you move forward. You go on to calmer waters. You're in peace. They're not. They're so rattled because you are in peace. And they're trying to disturb your peace. And that's not how it goes for an enemy. If your enemy want to outshine you, tell them to get like you and surrender to the divine. Be true to who you are on the inside. And really figure out what is it about them that they don't like so much that they see in you. Remember, I find light in you because I see myself in a little bit of everybody I meet. Even if they are, lower vibration, I try to meet you somewhere where your heart has some type of compassion and love. But if you're dark and you're toxic and that's what you see in you, then you're going to start seeing that in other individuals because that's what you choose to see. So whoever you are, be the light. I'm not telling you to kumbaya with these people, but you're going to find yourself separated and alone because these people don't like you. And as God, the creator universe, the energy that they putting out, they don't like you. It's something about you that irritates their demons. God is like, okay, it's all right. I'm just going to remove them away. You know, since you don't want their, it's okay. I'm just going to remove them away. And they still trying to keep up with you, seeing how you doing, but you're further and further and further away. And I don't hear from you no more. I don't like this new you, further and further and further away. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. Somebody need to hear that this morning. I'm going to leave it there. If you like this message, please hit like, and I'll be back with more. Take care.